what Trenton was able to do for you? Is that kind of what you were envisioning when you brought him here?
Yeah, he can do a little bit of everything. Can handle and post, kind of. That's a spectrum of offense, right? Good passer too. Yeah, he's got a little ways to go. I think he's still working his way into some conditioning and stuff. But I think it's as we continue to learn these guys, we can continue to figure out how to use them. I thought, it sounds funny, but it was kind of down to 11 or something, and we had a timeout. And we called a post-up play, and he posted up and got us a bucket. Right out of the. It was a good play to go. Good answer. To kind of stop the run, and that's nice when you got somebody that can do that.
Nick, Q with 13 assists off the bench. How valuable is it to have 3 different guards that seem pretty adept scoring and creating for others?
Well, it was really, really good by him tonight. I think the biggest thing is those guys. They executed the game plan offensively of what we were trying to do, right? And that's really important. It was a create space game, move the basketball game, and then attack some of that space, and then you got to make the play that's in front of you. It's either a shot or it's a dump off or a kick out. And those guys, they were doing it. We had to remind them a few times, but they did it for the most part of the game, which that was important to me. And that could have been anybody really. It just happened to be him tonight. That was, getting the reversal passes and playing downhill and getting into the paint, and obviously he's a good scorer, so they're sending people at him.
Coach, why hadn't Trenton looked as comfortable in the first couple of games as he did tonight? And is it just a simple matter of just, getting integrated with the group?
Yeah. I think, again, there hasn't been a whole lot of action for him, any kind of action. Again, he didn't get cleared till, I don't know, after the first game, if I remember right, or second game. And there hasn't been a whole lot of, practice time that's simulating a game. So again, I think he's got some minutes to get under his belt to get his conditioning up, and continue to get more comfortable. Obviously super motivated tonight too, right? He wanted to play good tonight. Yeah.
Kelly obviously had the huge first quarter. Just what specifically was he able to exploit to be able to sort of just keep making shot after shot?
Listen, the first thing to say about Kelly is that he had Porter and held him to 2 points in the first half after coming off he just had a huge game. So he set the tone big time on that. And again, I really believe this to be true. When you start the game super focused on D, that really usually translates to the other end too. It really does. So I think, again, he just took that space, got it to that 6-8 foot jumper that he has several times, and then he had some catch and shoot threes that just he was certainly on a heater, and just kept finding him. Great job by those guys to keep finding him, and he just kept stepping into him. But I still the first thing I mentioned in the locker room was he set the tone defensively on Porter. It was a great job.
And then at the end of the game, this was obviously a situation where you could go deep into the bench and get a bunch of guys in. I don't know if you saw how crazy the bench went when Kyle hit the corner 3. But just, I know the leadership and everything he's provided since he got here a year and a half ago, but just, maybe what is unique about what he's doing with this group just through the start of this season?
Yeah, he's really done a great job, I think, is being part of our leadership group. And obviously, when the players are pulling for him out there, you can see that he's well-liked, well-respected, all that kind of stuff. So, it was good. We needed to get some guys off the floor, and it was good that he wanted to go in there. I guess he gets his 20th season officially in the books now by hitting the court. So that's good, too. It's a hell of a who would have thought it for Kyle Lowry 20 years ago, right?
I'll follow up on that. When you see guys going crazy for Kyle, even Janai and Hunter both get their first NBA buckets and everybody's going nuts for them too. In that moment, is that reaffirming for you that you guys have like the right group of people mixed together? Like, do you even think about that during the game?
I mean, I think so, and I think you guys have heard me talk enough about this of just the amount of start with work that they've done together, and I think when you're going through that and they're really pushing each other, and we're having some really long sessions, and they know why, because again we're 6 games into a season that we're trying to dig ourselves out of a big pile of what, right? So there was some great work, and I think there was some great spirit to push each other, and that translates to some guys forming some unity there together, and we're going to need it, man. I keep saying, there's a lot of guys that contribute tonight, and we need them all to contribute.
Not to put a damper on Kelly tonight, but it looked like he might have rolled his ankle there in the third quarter. Do you have any update on that?
Yeah, he did tweak his ankle. He did get cleared to return, but I just score dictated that we didn't. So.
Last question. Coach, VJ has been really solid lately, very active on both ends. What's your plan for him in the rotation going forward?
Yeah, he has been pretty solid, right? I think that the main thing for him is to, again, continue to figure out the workload. It's going to be heavy for him, and keep his energy up so he can play both ends. He's definitely a two-way player. He's probably better at the defensive end, to be honest, when he's locked in. So yeah, the rotation is heavy minutes for him. Yep.